We go to fool me once, shame on me.
What?
Fool me twice, shame on you.
What?
The Spanish coast and the Caribbean. 2 ships, one quarantined with the confirmed hantavirus.
You've got to be kidding me.
And the other confirmed norovirus.
Yes, of course.
What are the odds? Especially during election season.
I love it when a plan comes together.
I'm Jazz Berganzo on this. But according to the head of the WHO,
Asshole.
he says morally, you have to listen to us.
No, no, no!
Because we're the experts.
You're not. Yeah, no, you're not. No, you're not. Stop.
Gee, where have we heard this before? But it's what's next. Hey, happy Monday, ladies and gentlemen. Jazz Berganzo, what's next? Another episode for you. Daily dose, common sense, facts, and salt. Hope you guys are feeling good on this day. And of course, as always, new day, new week, and new bullshit. And yeah, smells like it to me. What am I talking about? Well, I'm sure everyone has heard about the ship off the coast of Spain. And, it was quarantined with over 100 people on crew with the deadly hantavirus. But what are the odds that there will be a second ship? Gee, I'm glad you asked, because there is one off the Caribbean coast. I'm sorry, that's in the Caribbean, with over 100 people and crew, and it's now the neurovirus. First we had the hantavirus, and now we have the neurovirus. Gee, what are the odds, especially during election season? And here we go. This coming out of the Gateway Pundit. Over 100 passengers and crew stricken with the highly contagious norovirus on the Caribbean Princess cruise ship. Of course, there it is right there. Another cruise ship, Nightmare, is making headlines this time. More than 100 passengers and crew members reportedly fell ill aboard the Caribbean Princess during a norovirus outbreak. Norovirus, a highly contagious virus that causes acute gastritis and inflammation of the stomach and intestines. Often called the stomach flu or stomach bug. It's unrelated to influenza. It causes sudden severe vomiting and diarrhea with symptoms typically lasting 1 to 3 days. It spreads rapidly via contaminated food, water, or surfaces, not air. It's not airborne. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention Vessel Sanitation Program, 102 of the 3,000 passengers, 3.3%, and 13 of the 1,100 crew members, 1.2, reported violent vomiting and diarrhea during the ship's current 13-day Caribbean voyage. The outbreak was officially reported to the CDC May 7th. The ship departed Port Everglades in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, April 28th, and isn't scheduled to return until May 11th. This marks the 4th gastrointestinal illness outbreak tracked by the CDC on cruise ships so far in 2026. Gee, what are the odds? And a second involving a Princess cruise vessel. According to the CDC, Princess cruises have been forced to ramp up emergency sanitation protocols, including intensified cleansing and infection, isolating 6 passengers and crew, collecting stool samples for testing, and consulting with federal health officials in an attempt to contain the outbreak. Princess Cruise also said the vessel will undergo a full deep cleaning when it returns to Port Canaveral. The virus is different from the hantavirus. Of course, previously reported that 3 people are dead and several others seriously ill after the hantavirus outbreak aboard a cruise ship in the Atlantic. Hantavirus is transmitted by humans from mice and rats, according to the World Health Organization. We'll talk about them in just a moment. According to South African media, the MV Hondias cruise ship departed from Argentina and sailed to Cape Verde. Hantavirus infections are typically linked to environmental exposure to infected rodents, urine, and feces. While rare, hantavirus may spread between people and can lead to severe respiration illnesses, requiring careful patient monitoring, support, and response.
What's up, everyone? Well, we go to this. This coming from X, Shadow of Ezra. The director of the World Health Organization, Dr. Tedros. Remember him, from that wonderful year of 2020. Says every country in the world is now expected to fall in line with its international health regulations because of the hantavirus. He says that now it's a moral obligation for nations to submit to and believe in his global health order. Quote, "It's only when we support each other that we can respond more effectively to viruses and outbreaks." End quote. Also, quote, "Countries are expected to cooperate based on international health regulations." But let's hear it from the man himself.
Solidarity, because that's our best immunity. It's only when we support each other that we can respond more effectively to virus or to outbreaks like this. And it's also a moral duty. And then the other issue is, I thank the Prime Minister because based on the request WHO made, he accepted. And the request I made was based on international health regulation. And countries are expected to cooperate based on that international health regulation. But not only the IHR, I think we should also be strong believers of solidarity. Solidarity because that's our best immunity. It's only when we support each other that we can respond more effectively to virus or to outbreaks like this. And it's also a moral duty. And then
So, according to Dr. Tedros, that is a moral obligation. It is your moral duty to obey me. You must do exactly what we say. Because countries will fall in line. You will do it. If not, we're going to try to shut the world down again like we did in 2020. Now, let's make this very clear. The fact of the matter is that Donald Trump, you caught him with his pants down that year. That was a wonderful year, wasn't it? It was a three-parter. It was a trifecta, if you will. You had the plandemic, then you had the summer of love because of a fentanyl felon who died of fentanyl poisoning and not because of a knee to the throat. And then you had the most ethical and honest election of all time, just as Joe Dementia. Of course, he got more votes than Barack Obama, and we don't know how that happened. Anyway, so Trump got caught in a corner. Now, if this clown, who should not even be ahead of anything, you want to let this guy, mow your lawn or paint your house, more like give you regulations on how to fight against, the hantavirus, the hudavirus, the hootie and the blowfish virus, whatever it is, this is garbage. This is absolute garbage and trash. Fool us once, shame on us. Fool us twice, shame on you. Well, guess what? Not going to happen. It's not going to happen again. I can bet you dollars to donuts, any Vegas bettors out there, that Donald Trump is looking at this and going, yeah, it's not going to happen again. You got me one time. Not going to happen again. I'm not shutting the economy down. The U.S. economy will not shut down because of another pandemic. And it's just so funny that it seems to happen every, during election years, doesn't it? 2020, of course, now 2026 when we have the midterms coming up. And I'm wondering where the next pandemic will come because, of course, 2028 is just, a couple years down the road. I'm sure we'll have one again very, very soon. So, yeah, this guy's an ass clown. This is garbage. And it's absolute bullshit.
Well, with that being said, I'm Jazz Berganzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share, subscribe to it. Hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a thing. Continue spreading the word about the show. Appreciate you guys watching as always. And we'll see you next time. Peace.